Hello everyone. Welcome back to The Hidden Hour, your go-to channel for uncovering the world's greatest mysteries. Today, we dive into the enigma of the Bermuda Triangle, a region in the Atlantic Ocean blamed for swallowing ships and planes without a trace. Is it a true danger zone? Or just a legend fueled by imagination? Join us as we explore the history, incidents, theories, and science behind this captivating puzzle to uncover whether the Bermuda Triangle is myth or reality. The Bermuda Triangle, often referred to as the Devil's Triangle, is a region in the western North Atlantic Ocean that has captured the world's imagination for decades. Defined by 3 points, Miami in Florida, Bermuda in the Atlantic, and San Juan in Puerto Rico, it forms a triangular area covering between 50,000 and 15,000 square miles, depending on how it is measured. This expanse of ocean has been blamed for the mysterious disappearance of countless ships and aircraft, sparking debates about whether it is a place of genuine danger or a myth born of human fascination with the unknown. Explanations for these vanishings range from natural phenomena and human error to fantastical notions of extraterrestrial activity and lost civilizations. This essay explores the history, incidents, theories, scientific perspectives, and cultural significance of the Bermuda Triangle to determine whether it is a true anomaly or a legend woven from exaggeration and mystery. The historical roots of the Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle did not emerge as a concept until the 20th century, but the region has a long history of maritime and aviation activity. The Atlantic Ocean, particularly around the Caribbean and the southeastern United States, has been a vital trade route since the age of sail. European explorers, including Christopher Columbus, traversed these waters in the 15th and 16th centuries, encountering storms, unpredictable currents, and navigational challenges. Columbus himself noted strange phenomena during his 1492 voyage, such as a glowing object in the water and erratic compass readings, which some later writers linked to the triangle. However, these observations were likely due to natural causes, such as bioluminescent algae or the region's unique magnetic properties. The modern legend of the Bermuda Triangle began to take shape in the 1940s and 1950s, fueled by a series of high-profile disappearances. The term Bermuda Triangle was first used in 1964 by Vincent Gaddis, a writer for Argosy magazine, in an article titled The Deadly Bermuda Triangle. Gaddis cataloged several incidents, suggesting that the region possessed an unusual power to swallow vessels without a trace. His work struck a chord with the public, and the idea quickly gained traction. By the 1970s, the Bermuda Triangle had become a household name, thanks to books like Charles Berlitz's The Bermuda Triangle, which sold millions of copies, and media coverage that amplified the mystery. The triangle's reputation was built on a foundation of real events, but it was the storytelling that transformed it into a legend. Sensationalist accounts often omitted key details, exaggerated circumstances, or ignored logical explanations, creating an aura of the supernatural. To understand whether the Bermuda Triangle is myth or reality, one must first examine the incidents that gave rise to its fame. Key incidents in the Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle is associated with dozens of disappearances, but a few cases stand out as defining moments in its history. These incidents, marked by their scale, mystery, or media attention, have shaped the region's reputation. Flight 19, the Catalyst. The most famous Bermuda Triangle incident is the disappearance of Flight 19 on December 5, 1945. 5 U.S. Navy Avenger torpedo bombers carrying 14 crew members departed from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, on a routine training mission. Led by Lieutenant Charles Taylor, the squadron was tasked with flying a triangular route over the Atlantic, practicing navigation and bombing exercises. The weather was clear, and the planes were in good condition, making the mission seem straightforward. However, about an hour into the flight, Taylor reported that his compasses were malfunctioning and that he could not identify his position. Radio transmissions revealed growing confusion, with Taylor mistakenly believing he was over the Florida Keys when he was likely near the Bahamas. His attempts to navigate led the squadron farther east, deeper into the Atlantic. As fuel ran low, the planes were presumed to have ditched in the ocean. No wreckage or bodies were ever found. Compounding the mystery, A Martin Mariner flying boat sent to search for the lost planes also vanished, taking 13 crew members with it. The Mariner was known for fuel leaks and was nicknamed a flying gas tank, suggesting it may have exploded mid-flight. Nevertheless, the double disappearance fueled speculation that something extraordinary was at play. Flight 19 became the cornerstone of the Bermuda Triangle legend. Theories ranged from navigational errors to supernatural forces, but the lack of physical evidence kept the case open to interpretation. The incident highlighted the region's challenges: vast waters, unpredictable weather, and the limitations of 1940s technology, while also showcasing the human tendency to seek extraordinary explanations for tragedy. USS Cyclops, a naval tragedy. Another pivotal case is the loss of the U.S. Cyclops in 1918, one of the largest incidents attributed to the Triangle. The Cyclops, 542-foot Navy collier, was carrying 11,000 tons of manganese ore from Barbados to Baltimore. With 309 crew members and passengers aboard, the ship was last seen on March 4, 1918, near Barbados. It never reached its destination, and no distress signals or wreckage were found. The Cyclops disappearance remains one of the U.S. Navy's greatest unsolved mysteries. Theories at the time included German U-boat attacks as World War I was ongoing, but no evidence supported this. Other possibilities included structural failure due to overloading or a sudden storm. The ship's captain, George Worley, was known for eccentric behavior, and some speculated he may have contributed to the disaster, though this remains unproven. The sheer scale of the loss, 309 lives and a massive vessel, made the Cyclops a defining moment in the Triangle's history. It also underscored the difficulty of pinpointing causes in an era before modern tracking technology. SS Marine Sulphur Queen, a modern mystery. The SS Marine Sulphur Queen, a 524-foot tanker, vanished in February 1963 with 39 crew members. The ship was transporting molten sulfur from Beaumont, Texas to Norfolk, Virginia, and was last seen near the Florida Keys. After sending a routine message on February 4th, the vessel disappeared. A search effort recovered a few life jackets and a sulfur-stained piece of debris, but the ship itself was never found. The Marine Sulphur Queen was an aging vessel with a history of maintenance issues. It had been converted from an oil tanker to carry molten sulfur, a hazardous cargo that required high temperatures. Investigators later suggested that a fire, explosion, or structural failure could have caused the loss. The ship's design, with sulfur tanks near the engines, posed risks that may have been underestimated. This case added to the Triangle's mystique, as the lack of a clear explanation invited speculation. The discovery of minimal debris scattered by the Gulf Stream reinforced the idea that the region could erase evidence of disaster. Other notable cases. Beyond these headline-grabbing incidents, the Bermuda Triangle is linked to numerous smaller disappearances. The schooner Carroll A. Deering ran aground in 1921 off North Carolina, its crew mysteriously absent. The yacht Connemara IV was found adrift in 1955, empty of its passengers. Aircraft like the Star Tiger and Star Ariel, British airliners that vanished in 1948 and 1949, added to the tally of aviation losses. Each case contributed to the perception that the Triangle was a place where the ordinary rules of nature did not apply. Theories explaining the Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle has inspired a dizzying array of theories, ranging from the plausible to the fantastical. These can be grouped into three categories: natural phenomena, human error, and supernatural or extraterrestrial causes. Natural phenomena. The Bermuda Triangle lies in a region with unique environmental conditions that could explain many incidents. The Gulf Stream, a swift ocean current, flows through the area at speeds of up to 5 miles per hour. This current can disperse debris quickly, making it difficult to locate wreckage. The region's deep waters, including the Puerto Rico Trench, which reaches depths of over 27,000 feet, further complicate recovery efforts. A ship or plane that sinks in these depths may never be found. Weather is another factor. The Triangle is prone to sudden storms, including hurricanes, which are common in the Atlantic between June and November. Rogue waves, which can exceed 100 feet in height, have been documented in the region and could overwhelm ships or low-flying aircraft. Waterspouts, tornado-like columns of water, pose a similar threat, capable of capsizing vessels or disrupting planes. Magnetic anomalies have long been associated with the triangle. The area is one of the few places on Earth where true north and magnetic north align, a condition known as zero compass variation. While this does not cause compasses to fail, it requires navigators to adjust their calculations carefully. Inexperienced pilots or sailors might misinterpret readings, leading to navigational errors. Some have speculated that underwater magnetic fields could interfere with electronics, but scientific evidence for this is limited. One of the most intriguing natural theories involves methane gas hydrates, pockets of methane trapped beneath the ocean floor. If these erupt, they release bubbles that reduce water density, potentially causing ships to lose buoyancy and sink instantly. In the air, methane could disrupt aircraft engines, leading to crashes. Laboratory tests have shown that methane eruptions can sink model ships, but no direct link to triangle incidents has been confirmed. Oceanic flatulence, as methane eruptions are sometimes called, represents the kind of rare but plausible event that could explain sudden disappearances. The triangle's seafloor, rich in gas deposits, makes this theory compelling, though it remains speculative without field evidence. Human error. Human factors account for many Bermuda Triangle incidents. The region is one of the busiest in the world, with thousands of ships and planes passing through annually. Statistically, accidents are inevitable in such a high-traffic area. Poor navigation, mechanical failures, and inadequate preparation often play a role. Flight 19 is a prime example. Lieutenant Taylor was unfamiliar with the region and had a history of navigational mistakes. His confusion over landmarks, combined with failing to switch radio frequencies, isolated his squadron from ground support. As fuel dwindled, the planes likely ditched in rough seas, and the Gulf Stream scattered any debris. The Mariner rescue plane, prone to fuel leaks, may have exploded, a known risk for its design. Similarly, many lost ships were old or poorly maintained. The Marine Sulphur Queen had structural weaknesses and carried a volatile cargo. The Cyclops was overloaded with ore, potentially compromising its stability. Human decisions, such as sailing into storms or ignoring safety protocols, often exacerbated these issues. The triangle's reputation may also stem from misreporting. Some incidents attributed to the region occurred far outside its boundaries. For example, the Cyclops was last seen near Barbados, hundreds of miles from the triangle's core. Media accounts often ignored such details, lumping unrelated cases into the legend. Supernatural and extraterrestrial theories. For those unconvinced by science, the Bermuda Triangle offers a playground for imaginative ideas. One theory suggests the region is a portal to another dimension, swallowing ships and planes into a parallel universe. The absence of wreckage and the speed of disappearances lend credence to this idea, though it lacks any empirical support. Extraterrestrial activity is another popular notion. UFO sightings have been reported in the Triangle, and some claim aliens abduct vessels to study humans or technology. The story of Columbus' glowing object is often cited, though it was likely a natural phenomenon like a meteor or glowing plankton. Modern UFO claims rely heavily on anecdotal accounts with no verifiable evidence. The most elaborate theory involves the lost city of Atlantis. Proponents argue that the triangle lies over the ruins of this mythical civilization, which supposedly wielded advanced technology capable of disrupting ships and planes. The Bimini Road, a series of underwater stone formations near the Bahamas, is touted as evidence, but geologists classify it as natural limestone eroded by tides. Despite this, the Atlantis theory persists, blending archaeology with fantasy. Other ideas include time warps, where vessels are trapped in temporal anomalies, and sea monsters, a nod to ancient maritime folklore. These theories thrive because they fill gaps left by incomplete data, offering emotionally satisfying answers where science provides only probabilities. Scientific perspectives. Scientists have long sought to demystify the Bermuda Triangle. In 1975, journalist Larry Cushy published The Bermuda Triangle Mystery Solved, a meticulous analysis of major incidents. Cushy found that many cases had logical explanations, such as storms, navigational errors, or mechanical failures. He also noted that some disappearances were misreported, occurring outside the triangle or under mundane circumstances. His work challenged the sensationalism of earlier accounts, arguing that the triangle's reputation was a media-driven myth. The U.S. Coast Guard and National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration support this view, stating that the region is no more dangerous than other busy maritime zones. Statistically, the number of incidents in the triangle aligns with the volume of traffic. The Atlantic, with its heavy shipping lanes and air routes, naturally sees accidents, and the triangle's boundaries are so vague that almost any nearby loss can be attributed to it. Technological advances have further eroded the triangle's mystique. Sonar, satellite imagery, and underwater drones have improved search capabilities, reducing the number of truly unexplained cases. In 2016, researchers identified wreckage off Florida believed to be the SS Cotopaxi, a freighter lost in 1925. Similar discoveries, such as a 2020 find of a possible marine sulfur queen fragment, suggest that many missing vessels remain on the seafloor, awaiting exploration. Meteorological research has also clarified the region's hazards. High-resolution weather models show that the triangle experiences microbursts, sudden, powerful downdrafts that can generate winds of up to 100 miles per hour. These bursts, invisible to early pilots, could down planes or sink ships. Satellite data from the 1990s confirmed the presence of hexagonal cloud patterns in the triangle, linked to air bombs that create waves up to 45 feet high. Such findings provide concrete explanations for phenomena once deemed mysterious. Cultural impact and enduring fascination. The Bermuda Triangle has left an indelible mark on popular culture. In the 1970s, it was a media sensation, with Berlitz's book and documentaries like The Devil's Triangle drawing millions of viewers. Films such as Close Encounters of the Third Kind and The Triangle wove the region into science fiction, while television shows like The X-Files and Lost used it as a backdrop for intrigue. Even today, streaming platforms release specials exploring the legend, blending archival footage with speculative narratives. The Triangle's appeal lies in its ambiguity. It represents the unknown, a reminder that even in a mapped world, mysteries persist. The ocean, covering 70% of Earth's surface, remains largely unexplored, its depths hiding secrets beyond our reach. The Triangle taps into this primal awe, evoking both fear and curiosity. Literature has also embraced the theme. Novels like Dean Koontz's Strange Highways and Clive Cussler's Cyclops incorporate triangle-esque mysteries, using the region as a metaphor for human vulnerability. In music, artists from Fleetwood Mac to Barry Manilow have referenced the triangle, embedding it in pop culture. The legend has economic impacts as well. Tourism in Bermuda, Miami, and the Bahamas benefits from triangle lore, with boat tours and museums capitalizing on its fame. Conspiracy theorists and paranormal enthusiasts keep the story alive online, where forums and videos dissect every detail of famous cases. Yet the triangle's cultural power goes beyond entertainment. It reflects a human need to impose meaning on randomness. When a ship vanishes without a trace, the mind seeks a cause, be it aliens, Atlantis, or a portal, rather than accepting the chaos of nature. This tendency, known as apophenia, drives much of the triangle's mystique, turning coincidence into conspiracy. The Bermuda Triangle in the modern era. Today, the Bermuda Triangle is less feared than it once was. GPS, radar, and automated distress signals have reduced the likelihood of vanishing without a trace. Modern ships and planes are built to withstand extreme conditions, and rescue operations are faster and more precise. Yet incidents still occur. In 2020, a yacht disappeared off the Bahamas, and in 2021, a small plane was lost near Puerto Rico. These cases, though rare, keep the triangle's name alive. Climate change may alter the region's dynamics. Rising sea temperatures could intensify storms, while melting methane hydrates linked to global warming might increase the risk of gas eruptions. Such changes could give the triangle a new relevance, shifting its narrative from myth to environmental cautionary tale. Myth or reality? Is the Bermuda Triangle a myth or a reality? The answer depends on perspective. As a physical place, it is undeniably real. A busy, storm-prone region with deep waters and strong currents. Its environmental challenges, from rogue waves to microbursts, can explain many losses, as can human errors like poor navigation or inadequate maintenance. Scientifically, the triangle is no anomaly. Its incident rate is consistent with other high-traffic areas. As a supernatural phenomenon, however, the triangle lacks evidence. Theories of aliens, portals, or Atlantis rely on speculation, not data. The absence of wreckage, once seen as proof of otherworldly forces, is now understood as a consequence of ocean currents and depths. Advances in technology continue to close the gap between mystery and explanation. Yet the triangle's mythic status endures because it serves a deeper purpose. It is a symbol of the unknown, a canvas for human fears and dreams. It reminds us that nature, for all our progress, retains its power to surprise and humble. Whether one sees it as a graveyard of ships or a product of imagination, the Bermuda Triangle will always hold a place in our collective psyche. In conclusion, the Bermuda Triangle is both myth and reality, a real place with real dangers, magnified by stories that transcend fact. Its incidents are tragic but explicable, its mysteries more about human perception than cosmic secrets. As we continue to explore the ocean's depths, the Triangle may yield more answers, but its legend will persist, a testament to our endless quest for wonder in an uncertain world. In the end, the Bermuda Triangle stands as both a real place with natural perils and a myth woven from human curiosity. Its storms and depths explain many tragedies, yet its allure as a symbol of the unknown keeps us questioning. Science may demystify its secrets, but the stories endure, inviting us to wonder about the world's hidden corners. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please like, share, and subscribe to The Hidden Hour for more mysteries unraveled. Until next time, stay curious and goodbye for now.